All right, welcome in everybody. I hope you all are doing well. This is again the short form version of the week ahead for April 27th through May 3rd. Now, if you miss it, Jamie from Scheduling Fate and myself go live on every Sunday and we talk about the astrology and the tarot. So this is the tarot that came from that. And then I'm going to give you my input on astrology, the astrology portion, just to give you a short form version of this so that you can as you're not having to sit there and watch the whole live, although they're fun and we do take your questions there and everything. So, um, before we jump into the cards, I want to chat a little bit about the energy this week because it is interesting, and we're coming off of the new moon in Taurus. You're watching this the day after that new moon peaks at 3:31 Eastern PM time Eastern on Sunday, so the 27th. And so there's a lot about like slowing down and grounding and getting serious about what we're building for ourselves long term. So at the same time, there's this kind of wild card energy floating around. A lot of, I don't want to say a lot of unexpected shifts, but definitely an unexpected shift, especially as we get into like a little bit later the week, Wednesday, Thursday. And this would be around like relationships, money, or even emotions. I definitely saw in this spread in particular a lot of emotions, and that impacts your money. So on some level, that money portion is accurate. So it could feel like, the universe is asking us to stay steady, but also to be flexible, which easier said than done, right? So it's really a good week to trust the seeds that you've already planted, the ones that you're trying to plant, not rushing the process. And so things are growing, even if you can't see it yet. Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about the astrology of this before I kind of go over what the cards were saying. But this week, overall, deep grounding, recalibration, I'm seeing that we're moving through again that new moon in Taurus, the 27th, and planting seeds of stability, patience, real world abundance. Okay, that's what you're aiming for. There is an underlying tension though, okay, that I'm kind of seeing. And I did pick up in this spread as well that there was excuse my pen in the frame here. That there was someone it's like a jealousy energy. And when Jamie and I were doing this together, we were picking up on that kind of on the outskirts, okay, around you. So this new moon in Taurus, okay, you still are working with this energy, even Monday, Tuesday, even up till like really the 30th is what I was picking up as far as like the energy that I'm seeing in the cards, but I would do it as soon as you can. So fresh intentions around money, security, self-worth, creature comforts, okay? Um, this energy is going to encourage you building, not rushing, but nurturing and not forcing whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish or build. Okay. So it's very good for setting practical goals, and you'll need to stay flexible though, because I do see this shift coming in. So we were talking about the 27th, of course, that was the new moon in Taurus. Again, still working with that energy overall. Okay. Overall this week, really interesting energy with this. You're seeing this Empress here, this Eight of Cups, and this Fool, right? So you're walking away from something based off self-worth, from things that don't serve you this week, and you're going towards something new. It could be job related, home related, relationship related. There are some people here that are going to be making different choices because you're confronting old patterns. It's almost saying to you, to something I wrote down here: slow down to speed up. Okay. Again, there's a new path here that we're moving toward. Um, so for the 27th, you had this Knight of Cups, this Four of Wands, and this Judgment card. So there is this feeling good with this Knight of Cups here, about decisions and changes that you're making to contribute to something stable in your life. Again, the whole reason you're kind of choosing to walk away from something. You may be romanticizing a bit though, okay, and settling in, or about to settle in, okay, into a path that you're choosing. For most of you, this is going to be something new. If it is familiar to you, then it could feel like something is being renewed. And if you don't know what this is yet, just know that it's a good day, okay? Even though you're seeing this on Monday, you could still use this energy, though. I would say for the next 2 days, it's still a good day for you to decide what that's going to be, okay? So we're looking at Monday here, the 28th. You have the Emperor, the Page of Cups, and the Death card. Really strong energy there. Aries and Scorpio both sharing that Mars energy, but also Pluto with that Scorpio as well. So there is a bit of an emotional breakthrough here that I was seeing when I was reading this, and it could be that you're breaking out of an old emotional pattern. Okay, the Emperor and the Page of Cups, like drastic difference, right? Um, it could also be that you're making decisions or moving away from someone else's emotional patterns. Okay, something else that like maybe is interfering in your life somehow. Somebody else's emotions causing some sort of havoc or something like this, or causing issues. This is a transformative energy with this Pluto energy, and you're making changes accordingly. Okay, that's what this Emperor energy is all about. You're embodying this. You're empowering yourself. You're not questioning what you're doing, but I definitely feel like there's something here around the emotions that are being addressed. Okay. Um, I want to say that gentle courage here can be rewarded as well. Okay. So if we're looking at Tuesday, you have justice energy, that's Libran energy, you have the Eight of Wands, and you have the Ten of Cups. This is beautiful because this is where I see the unexpected shift kind of happening with this Eight of Wands. This could be around seventh house matter. So for those of you that this might be a little unfamiliar territory to you. Okay. This could be around your friends, partners, marriage, individuality as well, but your relationships, it could involve like contracts, partnerships, the lower courts, and even the law. Okay, hence the justice card. It's like holding that's the scales of justice here. Um, excuse me. Yeah. All right. So unexpected shifts. And this there's some sort of incoming or outgoing because it could be coming from you. It's communication, possibly information for some of you. The communication could be obviously giving you information, but it can also be action here. Okay. And this looks like it may impact family or home life with this 10 of cups and even relationships. So just FYI, all right, just be aware of that. Be ready to pivot. Now, ultimately, wherever this energy lands for you, it's going to be in a balanced place if it's handled with balance, if it's handled properly. Okay. There could also be some kind of new attraction or like a sudden craving for freedom in a way. I feel like that kind of goes back to that Fool card in a sense, because that Ten of Cups is like you wanting to move towards something that's fulfilling for you, and it might involve freedom for some. Okay, there could be some financial curveballs too, especially if your internal emotions are kind of jagged or kind of all over the place. So just be ready to pivot here and don't overreact. Okay. Um, so on the 30th of April, all right, which we're looking at, let's see, that was Tuesday. We're looking at Wednesday here. You're looking long-term vision, and I feel like it's of an emotional nature here with this King of Cups. Okay, long-term vision, it's going to be strengthening here. You're really going to be kind of like grounding it and solidifying it. And this again could involve financial, emotional, or something around your personal growth here. I see your resolve with this strength card. Okay. And some of you, this could be with that Mars and Leo energy. So for most of you, this is going to be towards something emotional, though. Relationships that you have, who you care about, what you don't care about, how you feel, how you don't feel, that sort of thing. So you're feeling good about whatever this is, though, and you're showing your resolve to see it through. Okay. The Three of Cups and and this Ace of Cups here leads me to believe that this is more of something on an emotional front for you. All right. So long-term vision is going to strengthen again. It's a good day to commit to something that you want to last, whether it's again financial, emotional, or something related to your own growth. Okay. So for Thursday here, beautiful energy. I literally titled this like on top of the world because that's literally what this is. If you wanted any cards to express that, it would be this. Outside of maybe the Ten of Cups, but that's already here, or that's what you're moving toward. And so this energy is very prominent here for Thursday. It looks great. Okay. Literally feeling on top of the world. Use this energy to manifest, use celebration to manifest. Okay. Get excited. Connecting to the earth can be very beneficial to you here, especially with this Taurus energy that we're in. I feel like you're feeling victorious there with that Six of Wands. Okay. And like everything, whatever you're doing here looks promising. Okay. And everything's coming together. I did mention in the original on the live that fixed energy may be impacted more than anything around this. Okay. And that was just kind of intuitive that I picked up. Jamie did confirm that possibly more so the Leos. Okay. Nature's energy is lush and magnetic. So sit in that if you can. Okay. But good day to be manifesting. So for Friday, which was interesting, which is where I kind of started picking, which made me actually look underneath the deck earlier. And I'll mention this, that we had the Tower and the Five of Cups and the Ace of Swords. There's somebody that's kind of jealous about the direction that you're going. Okay. They're not liking it. And I feel like this is somehow connected to that as well. Again, this is what made me kind of look underneath the deck. So I feel like a healing conversation doesn't mean somebody has to like it, but it could be like you kind of smooth things over with somebody here, okay, on Friday. But again, there could be discussions, maybe even around goals, long term commitments, how to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish, okay? Just in general, this could be kind of the topic of conversation here for some of you. For some, again, there could be discussions resolving like miscommunications or where there could have been like knee jerk reactions or impulsiveness in the communication. So I feel like um, that feels like it's from like earlier in the month, maybe since I don't know, maybe since that Libra full moon or just before that Libra full moon that we had. So it seems like it's going to soften or resolve. Okay. And then we're looking at Saturday here. Beautiful energy. We have the Sun and the Three of Pentacles and the Chariot. So we're looking at May 3rd. This is having fun, okay, with that Sun card, enjoying life, joy, enjoying people, people that care, that you care for, that support you. Maybe you're working on some things together here. The Chariot can be an indication that you're traveling. Okay, Jamie did give a little bit of a heads up with the travel. But it does seem like there's some sort of travel, maybe with friends or family, maybe with just a group of people. It could be something like a day trip. It is supported as far as intuitively what I'm picking up here. So, but fun in general. Okay. Working well with others, moving forward, and a very positive outlook here on what's to come or where you're headed. So I really like that. Or maybe you're just looking forward to having fun. There could be something about that as well. Okay. Now, I did want to take a moment, and I felt like I needed to pull some energy around each of the elements. Okay, so we'll do that here. Just give me a minute. I want to get an oracle deck. We'll start with the earth sign since we're in Taurus season. So for my earth signs, you know, this week's a good week to lay foundations. The one moon, okay, this new moon in Taurus, for you guys to work with manifesting what you want. This is it. This is the time right now. You're in it. So the universe is going to be encouraging you to trust the slow build. Y'all are good at that. So stay present and remember that stability is your superpower, my loves. Okay. So let's look for my earth signs here. Show me for my earth signs. Oh, goodness. All right. So we have orphaned here. All right. Well, let's see what's going on with that. Why is this orphaned energy here for my earth signs? For the week of April 27th through May the 3rd-ish. Whoops, that card. Okay. Star. Oh, you're healing from something. Okay, very good. Something's being healed. Maybe you felt rejected or you felt like something wasn't working out. You could have been bummed. Yeah, you're feeling better. Now you're starting to manifest something here. Okay, this is good. This feels like past energy. There you are. You're putting some work into something here. I definitely feel like you're feeling better. Now, for some of you where something's not being resolved, this could be just you healing from it and moving past it. And you're like putting your energy into things that you can count on. I like that. Actually like that. But for some of you, this is something being resolved. Yeah, you're going to see I feel like you're going to see some changes here, but this perfect time to manifest. Okay. For my earth signs, please do that for yourself. Some of you could be stepping into something that feels like a purpose for you, or you could feel like something that happened to you that maybe didn't feel great was purposeful. And you could be doing something with that. You could be using it as fuel for your fire here. Okay. All right. So for my air signs, my Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, you have message in a bottle, which is funny because I was going to tell you, like, you may want to expect some kind of communication shifts, maybe even some mental upgrades. So this could be like downloads that you're getting here. There may be conversations that feel a little wild to you, but they could also be clarifying. So stay curious, not reactive. I feel like recently you guys have had a lesson around like reaction and versus response. Show me this message in a bottle energy for my air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, please. 10 of Cups. Nice. Okay. Yep, there it is. Queen of Swords and the Lovers. Well, you're getting like clear about what you want and where you're headed here. There could be Yeah, 3 of Cups. There's a coming together is what I'm seeing. You could be hearing from somebody, maybe a Gemini or a Libra. I see a lot of air here, energy here. This is something that you want or something that you're reconnecting with. If things were a little wonky, it looks like things are being resolved. You're making a choice here toward your fulfillment is what I'm seeing this week. And it's coming through communication. Okay. So let's look at my fire signs. Let me just tap into fire signs here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Well, restlessness. Yeah, you could be feeling like a peak in restlessness. You're going to want to channel that into some sort of creative action, or like some kind of physical movement. You'll thrive if you do that. Okay. So I want to say though that patience could be a good ally for you right now, fire signs. All right. So let's look at fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Loyal heart. Okay. Let's look at this. Loyal heart, please. What is that about? Loyal heart for my fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. Come back. You could be dealing with an earth sign. Some of you may be feeling like the only thing that is loyal is money. Like you like your money. Snuggling with your money. Page of Cups. Okay. Okay. You know, it looks like you're talking to somebody that you trust here. Oof. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, you're getting support here, it looks like, or you could be the support, especially if you're the other side here is an earth sign. But I feel like there could be some kind of, it is Taurus, by the way. I feel like you're trying, not trying. I feel like you are offering or receiving some kind of support from somebody, and you're recognizing that this is somebody that you can trust. So pay attention to who's around you this week, fire signs, especially if it's an earth sign. Okay. That fire energy, and usually like earth stamps out fire, like it dampens it, right? So just be careful with that, because too much of it, or being around too much, or too much pressure from that side of things, could like make you feel dull or something. But I think more than anything, you're finding somebody here, or running across somebody, or dealing with somebody that you can trust. Okay. I don't know why you need to know that, but I am getting that. They're supportive. Just communication is going to be key. You're going to need to express what it is that you need, what your needs are, what your desires are, that kind of thing. Communication is important. All right. So last but not least, of course, for my water signs, my Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio for the week of April 27th, please, through May 3rd, just channeling here. Okay. So it feels like there's some kind of like emotional wisdom here could come into play. I did see that too with that King of Cups, so that makes sense. We were looking at Wednesday or Thursday, I think, with that. So I feel like this week could offer some kind of healing around some old wounds. And there could be, again, courage to like break some sort of emotional cycles, like we were seeing with that Aries energy and the Page of Cups. That's very interesting. Okay, so let's see. Never ending story. Yeah. Okay, let's look at that. Show me for my water signs, my Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio, please. So there's something here that you're reflecting on. You could be dealing with a Virgo. King of Swords. Yeah, you're evaluating something here, and it looks like something that's a pattern. It may be an emotional pattern for you. You may be learning how to ground your emotions. There's the Fool, and there's, Four of Swords. You're learning how to do something in a new way, and you're bringing conscious awareness to some kind of emotional pattern that you have. Maybe this is like falling in love quickly, or maybe it's like you get in a mood because you feel a certain way, or there's something about you getting clear because you're reflecting on something that you're doing or something that someone else is doing. And I feel like you're going to want to take that in a new direction. You're going to want to use it for good. You're going to want to alchemize that and change it into something that you can heal from, or something that's beneficial to you. I feel like you don't want to fall back into old patterns. And so it looks like you're trying to avoid that. Okay. I'm going to get some guidance for everybody here. We'll use the Ashanti deck if I can find it. It's over here. Come back. Okay. Don't fall. Losing everything over here. Okay. We're going to get some guidance. Guidance, advice, reminders, clarity, confirmation for everyone watching. Guidance, advice, clarity, confirmation, reminders, please. You guys be sure to come back and let me know how this week plays out for you guys. All right, so we have insights and realizations. I feel like that's very accurate. So that's a number 33. You could be seeing threes or 33 quite often, or 333. As you expand your mind and connect with higher aspects of your energetic being, you will at times experience spontaneous new insights and realizations about yourself, others, and your life and path. Give me one second. The new knowledge is the direct transformation of energy into thoughts to help you speed up your journey. Uh, this would include your journey of healing and personal development. You're being asked to pay more attention to your own thoughts and feelings and to trust that the right guidance can come from within. This process is not one of intellectual thinking or brainstorming. On the contrary, it is about peaceful meditation, mental rest and relaxation, which will allow this higher part of your consciousness to provide information to your conscious mind when it's ready to process it. While help from others is important and at times essential, do not dismiss the guidance you receive from within. So I do see where there's been some kind of reflection, or there is maybe some reflection now. I definitely see that, especially with my earth signs and my water signs. Okay. So you might be interacting with those elements right now. All right, so that's what we have for this week. I do have some availability this week as far as bookings. So if you're interested or needing a reading to fit your needs personally, you can go to moonlightintuitive.net. Otherwise, I will see you guys a little later. Sending you a lot of love. Have a great week.